said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt, a show here on the Ringer Reality feed. I'm Rachel Lindsay. She's Callie Crerie. We're jumping right in. We only have 2 cities to cover today. We got OC, we got Miami. A lot going on, but a lot of things are going on. Callie, we finally get Kiki Monique. For those of you who weren't aware of who Kiki is, you should go check out her show. You should go check out her show because she really is talented in what she does. And I don't want her to be diminished to just like some gossip queen, because she also shows her integrity in this episode where she was privy to all this information. No shade to the people I'm about to name, but do you think Up and Adam would have kept this to himself? Do you think Zachary Reality would have kept this information to themselves? No. Most people would have run out. Kempire, most people would have run out and told this information. Most people would have run out and told this information immediately to their followers because, likes, clicks, views. It gives you, what's the word I'm thinking of? Credibility. Makes some credibility of you being connected to the people that you talk to. So, kudos to her for keeping it, sifting out the bullshit and realizing this will probably do more harm than good. I'm going to keep this one to myself. And now she gets to be on Housewives. As we've said, she is pretty much a friend of, and she made an appearance. So all of this to say, who do you believe? I do think that Emily hosting this group and secretly we knew there was an episode coming up with the lie detector test, but the fact that Emily made it a secret and brought the women to the house under the guise of, Persian New Year,
smart.
And doing it this way, love it. Hope we see this on other Housewives episodes as well. But this is the whole gist of the episode. Who's telling the truth and who's not? What do you believe?
So, I believe pretty similar to what I have always believed. And this episode kind of confirmed it even more for me. I believe that they all went to that dinner. I believe that it was talked about, the naked wasted night. I believe that Gretchen said something along the lines of like, I was so sick, I had to go to the hospital, and maybe it wasn't even Gretchen, Slade, whatever, saying like, I was so fucked up. Like the next day I literally thought I had to go to the hospital, or the next day I had to go to the hospital. I think that Gretchen or Slade took it to the point of, and then I got my blood tested and it said I was roofied. I don't. Yeah. I don't think that part happened unless it was made as completely as a joke, which I don't even think it was. I also think that Slade called Matt to be like, what are you doing? We do not go to bloggers. Like, you need to tell your wife to stop going to bloggers. And I think Katie is taking pieces of it to make her story fit, which she thinks is true. They did talk about it. They did. Okay, but you took it to another level. You took that she had to go to the hospital and said like, oh, it must have been because she got roofied. Like, I think that's what Katie did with that information. And then her being like, and Slade told Matt and tried to silence me. No, Slade called Matt to tell you to stop fucking talking to bloggers. That's different than we have to protect Gretchen. We can't tell this story. Like, I don't think that that's what Slade was doing. The thing that is weird to me is I believe Kiki Monique. I believe that she told her this story. At this point in time, Kiki doesn't know everything that's happening. So like, I just don't understand why she would make this story up. Why, like, it just doesn't make sense for her to do that. So I believe that she told her that story. The day of the lie detector test, she says she'd never told Kiki.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you are still lying.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to believe anything that you say when like you're still lying and you lied to begin with? First it was, I never said that. Gretchen never said that. Lie. Then it was, okay, Gretchen did say that, but I didn't tell Kiki Monique. Lie. Like, it just seems to be like, and then the other thing that Kiki Monique told him was about the whole Gina thing. And she said, I did tell Kiki that. Okay, so then you did talk to Kiki?
Yeah, she can't keep up with her lies, which is the thing. And I agree with you. I'm on the same page with everything that you said. I think what also gets me is, okay, wait, do you believe the lie detector test? Let's because Gretchen clearly lied. It's on camera. She told the women she went to the hospital. She gets in the lie detector test, and then she's like, I never.
Well, I was thinking about that because she has, to the point where I was like, wait, did she not say that? Like multiple times because she's flip-flopped on whether she went to the hospital or not. She told the girls in the car she went to the hospital. Then at the dinner, she said she didn't go to the hospital. And then to the lie detector test, she said she didn't go to the hospital. So I'm wondering if she's getting around it because she didn't go to like an actual hospital. Did she go to like an urgent care? Did she get an IV? Was it something like that? And that's why
She
she's saying,
said hospital.
oh, I know she said hospital, but I'm wondering if the reason why she is now saying no is because technically was it a hospital? Do I think that she went somewhere afterwards, or at least I don't know why she would say that she did if she didn't. So I think she did. I just don't think she went somewhere thinking that she got roofied.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful too about this episode is we get a mid-season reunion because these are all questions that Andy Cohen would be asking. And now at the reunion, the reunion at the end of the season, he's going to be able to sift through all of this and be like, wait, Gretchen, but you said you went to the hospital. It also gives Gretchen time to figure out how she's going to reconcile that. But with Katie, I swear to you, if Katie does not show up to this reunion, we're not covering it. Just throw the whole reunion away because she's such a pivotal part.
Wait, do you think that she won't?
I
think she's a little delusional.
She's got so much in the moment, but now that this is all playing back, and you know she's in the comments, you know now that publicist has come out and said all these things about Katie. It's like the reason I believe she failed every single thing about the lie detector test is because I really do believe that publicist who said that she had asked him to work for her. He said that she presents very calm, but she's really like always yelling and screaming. So I bet when she was sitting there, she was calmly answering, but like everything inside of her was moving like crazy. Like I would fail one of these tests because I'm chaotic on the inside, but I present calm. My heart's, I'm always jittery.
I mean, also the lie detector administrator. Whatever the fuck they're called. Her being like, she's so full of shit. I assume, and look, are lie detector tests like 100% no? Do I think this lie detector test was like real? I think they really did it. Like they had it set up as close to a lie detector test as possible. We've seen way worse ones on TV before. So this was on the higher end of lie detector tests. Lie detector tests are just not 100%. So like, yes, you can beat it. Do I think that Gretchen is trained enough to beat every single question? No. Could she beat one or two? Maybe. Like, she's just not going to beat every single question.
No, she got 100. She got 100.
Yeah.
She got 100. Katie got 0.
Also, Jen being like, I did say that. She said she got really sick. Like, that's why I'm like, I think that that's what actually happened. Jen being like, where did you get the roofied from? Like, that's the part where I think Katie like took it too far. But even the whole fucking Asian designer thing, like Katie's just constantly taking things too far. And it's not what we want on the show.
It also just shows, again, my theme with her and why I didn't want her to come back is how fake she is. The fake house, some of the storylines, the drama. She even admits, I thought I had an idea of what housewives are like, so I was trying to get ahead of it. The idea of then now with the designer, I'm going to come on this show and I'm going to show off Asian designers. That's an amazing thing. That's not weird. People do that. People get on things. I'm going to show a Black designer. I'm going to show an Asian designer. I'm going to, do something that's a tribute to their culture. And then to get on and just do Balmain or whatever else it was that she was doing, Gina's like, you're full of shit. And she's not wrong to call her out on that. And then for Katie, but wait, they didn't address the kimchi thing. They just said the Asian designer. Where did the who said that? Kiki Monique? Where did we get that she smells like, mate, that's the publicist.
I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The publicist said that Katie told him that Gina said she smelled like kimchi.
Oh my God.
And that's that. So that doesn't come on the show. That's something he said This is why I believe him. And then this week we get all the talk about the Asian designer and her saying that. And it's like, I don't like when people conflate two different things. I believe that you grew up in a white suburban neighborhood as one of the only few Asians, and you were subjected to racism and people misunderstanding your culture. That is not what is happening with Gina.
Agree.
And maybe that's not my place to say that because I'm not Asian. So maybe I'm overstepping, but it doesn't feel like that's what was happening there. It feels like you using it a moment to gain sympathy and be a victim when you really have been the pot stirrer in all of this.
So I would say because they flashed back and they showed the clip where it actually happened, I think that she was upset when Gina said that. And I think that
I think she was too.
Yeah. And I think that I'm not even positive this, but I'm assuming, at least I know for me at least, I went to a lot of schools that were predominantly white. I thought it was the same for you. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I think it can go two ways. Like, I think that I got overly desensitized. Is that the right word? Like, you would have to say a lot for me to be offended because I would hear stuff all the time. And then once you're out of it, it's kind of like, wait, what? That wasn't normal? Do you know what I mean? Right. So like it took a second afterwards, especially since both of us also, most of those PWIs were in the South. Yeah. So I feel like for me, what Gina said, that I don't even think I would have blinked at that. But I think you can also go the other way and become like super sensitive to everything because you're so like on guard all the time because of things happening. But that was
last season, right?
Yes.
The flashback was last season. So also remember the situation between her and Gina. Mm-hmm. So to your point, on both sides, one, she could have been exaggerating just to have a dig at Gina because Gina was on to her at that point. Mm-hmm. And then the other part of it could be she was overly sensitive because Gina was on to her. Yeah, but I took it as that she was offended for sure. But more so, I was like, and maybe because I just don't give Katie anything. I was like, oh, she's offended because Gina called her out. That's how
I think that she's offended that Gina called her out and may have been offended that she said Asian the way she said Asian. But even if that's how she really felt, why are you going and telling Kiki Monique this? That is the problem.
That's
like
the
even
whole
with
thing.
Gretchen. Even if Gretchen did say that, which I don't even think she did, but let's say that she did. I'm going to be Jen. Let's say she did. Why are you going and telling a blogger that? That's the problem.
Kiki has to be at the reunion. They have to surprise.
Fucking
yes,
way.
They have to. They're asking Katie questions and they're like, you know what? Let's just bring Kiki Monique in. So then Katie has to look at Kiki in the face and say, I never told you that. Because here's the other thing. Let's just say, okay, Katie, we want to believe you. Then who went to Kiki Monique and told her? It wasn't any of the men. So Gretchen clearly was meeting her for the first time. So the only other people privy to that, either you told somebody else who ran and told Kiki, and Kiki's lying, or Jen told her. And it's too far-fetched, Katie. You just have to say, yeah, I thought I was closer to her. I got caught up in the situation. I considered us friends. And so, I was like excited about you coming on the show. And I was saying, we had this dinner and can you believe it? Oh my God. Like she said that she went to the hospital. It probably wasn't even malicious. So it's like, it's now become so much worse because you keep lying about it. But we shall see. Anything else that popped out from the lie detecting? I mean, Heather saying she wanted to be on Beverly Hills was everything. Have we ever talked about that?
Maybe, but like, I'm confused. So does she not have that house anymore in Laguna?
No, she sold that house. The one we spent years
maybe
watching her.
I don't know.
Because on a season, I think they show that they sold. They sold it.
I mean, I wouldn't want to drive to the OC every fucking week to film. It's not easy drive.
Yeah, depending on the time, it's an hour. Depending on the time, though, it can be 2.
An hour minimum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on like she has to drive in the middle of the night and stay the night to make it work. But Heather, that's also your fault You were
I
OC.
mean, she moved. Yeah.
You moved.
Yeah, she moved.
And
But I'm
she
saying
would not fit
I
on
understand.
Beverly Hills.
Not at all. Not at
Do
all.
you think that she moved there to be on Beverly Hills? See, that should have been the question. Did you move there to be on the show?
I don't know. Maybe I would have said that, but then all her kids being like LA, Palm Springs, like not one of them wants to be in the OC.
No, because it's not for that demographic.
Yeah, so I don't know. Also, Terry works in Beverly Hills.
Does he?
Right? I don't know. He worked with Paul. They had to have worked, right?
Maybe they did when they did like the botch and stuff, but
yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that one was funny to me. I'm trying to think. I mean, the test also said that Heather was lying about not calling the Paps on herself at Disneyland. That was funny to me. I like that Jen.
I mean, the test seems pretty accurate.
Jen, the only thing that tripped me up was, and I wish Shannon and Tamara would have said something in the moment, was Gretchen saying. In the moment,
yeah.
It's like, why did you not say? And I'm actually shocked. Wait, it wasn't Tamara. It was, who was it? It was Gretchen.
It was Tamara.
Okay.
Tamara, Gretchen, and Shannon.
I'm shocked that Tamara didn't say anything because she loves an opportunity to call Gretchen out. But
she
maybe
said
there was just too much going on.
in her interview.
Maybe there was just too much going on in the moment. But I liked that it said Jen was lying about not having any reservations about Ryan, and then her being like, well, yeah, of course I do. I have all these kids.
Yeah.
Jen's like so honest. Either she's forgetful.
Honest, naive. I like Jen though.
And she says it too. She was like, I have a tendency to be naive.
Yeah.
Like,
she's not,
we appreciate
she's not,
your self-awareness.
Like, yeah. I like Jen. I think she's good for the show.
I like her better this season. Well, I liked her at the end of last season. I liked her at the end though, when she told off Tamara.
Oh yeah. But I still think she's way better. I think it takes a minute to like warm up. I think that's why maybe I was willing to give Katie like a little bit of a leash to like come back and be better. But
no.
Oh Lord.
No. Katie. I said last season I just can't see her coming back. This season for sure. It's like
I mean, is she
it's not
the
as
season?
bad, but it's like a Monica situation. Like there's no way Monica could be redeemed in Salt Lake City. There's no way at this point Katie can. Yeah. You lost Jen, and like to lose Jen is a lot. Well, that was a great episode. Loved that. We'll see where we go from here. Is Katie? Katie is. We see her talking to the producers. Her still holding on to to her truth. This is why I hate that term. This is my truth. This is my truth. It's a lie. My truth doesn't make it true. But we see her venting and maintaining it and be like, you can ask Matt. Matt said, Matt is tainted. Matt is your husband. It's not going to work. So let's move on to Miami, which also is like, it's almost hard. I don't even have a lot to say about Miami because not a lot happened, but also it was just like a lot of the same bickering. And then the big event that did happen was kind of like a nothing burger, like sweet, right? Julia visits her, they finally get to Marbella. We've been talking about Marabella forever. And two things I got wrong. I thought that Alexia and Marisol, who decided not to get on the PJ, I thought that they were just coming on a plane or driving. And then the other thing I thought is that the women were spending more than 12 hours there. I thought that they were going to have a vacation in Marabella.
So did I.
So all this talk about Marabella, and it was a dinner.
So I also thought that they were going to be there for a few days. I didn't know that they were flying there and back just so that she could do this Godfather.
Ask a question.
Yeah. I did not know that. And I thought that they were just going to drive or something. Like I didn't know you don't have to get on a plane. It's so fast. So that's what I thought was happening. And then when I was like, oh wait, they're going right back. Gertie and Lisa, I think that was it, just Gertie and Lisa. Also were like commenting on things and other women commented on it during the actual episode. But Julia is so confusing to me. How are you okay with Alexia and Marisol not going to this when it's like an important thing in your life? But you are furious with Gertie for hanging up on a Zoom.
Dr. Nicole said it best. It's the pick-me behavior.
It is
the pick-me. Like, especially knowing that it was a 22-minute flight, you could suck it up. And Kiki makes this point later. She's like, me and you, Adriana, had a whole falling out, yelling at each other, and we were able to put our differences to the side to get on the plane together to come here for this occasion. Like, it can be done. The truth is, they just didn't want to. Yeah. And I found it funny because I felt like Alexia was not being a friend in this situation. She was like, it's not me, Marisol. Yeah, you need to go talk to Marisol. And I think that's why
Marisol felt very strongly about the plane and your rules. She felt very strongly about the plane and your rules.
I just love Alexia. And I think it really weighed on Marisol because at the end, if you notice, the groups are split. And Alexia and Marisol aren't together. I think Marisol needed a break for Alexia because there's one point when they're at that plaza where she grabs Marisol and she's like, tell him, Marisol, tell him. And you could just see like,
Marisol's like, girl, you could have gone. I didn't tell you not to go.
Marisol is not confrontational. She doesn't act like that. Like her big moments are in her confessionals. You know, she's drinking the majority of the time. Alexia is always ready to go. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why Marisol was so emotional because it's like, Alexia, you were throwing me into the conflict. You were kind of throwing me under the bus. Anytime Stephanie talked to you, you were like, it wasn't just me. Look at her. Look at her. And it's like, Alexia, I love it. She gets that chin up. Whenever Alexia is activated, when she gets that chin up and she's like, it's like she's trying to make herself taller and bigger than me.
Well, she already is, but her head starts moving really fast. It's like a little bobblehead.
That neck gets tight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I would be pissed if I was Marisol. I'd be like, okay, I will say that I also felt the same, but you don't have to like keep throwing me under the bus. Mm-hmm. And while I appreciate Marisol being like, I'm not getting on that plane. If you gonna dangle it in front of us like that, I'm not getting on that plane. But then you have to stand on it. Just like Stephanie, even though I find it very annoying that you dangle the plane, I appreciate how she goes straight up to Alexia and is like, so tell me, explain this to me. Why didn't you want to come? Stephanie
very
is
direct.
She is going to stand up for whatever she thinks. It seems like Marisol will only be able to do that in like interview.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No, for sure. It was very evident. I mean, we've been watching Marisol for years, but her personality was on full display in the second half of this show. And I do think that she was overwhelmed by all the yelling and the arguing. Because remember last episode, the way they were, it must have been really bad the way that they were apologizing to people. We've seen women yell at each other in public all the time in multiple restaurants. But Stephanie was crying. People were just like,
so. Which, by the way, that was also so random. I was like, why the fuck is this girl crying?
They were so embarrassed by the behavior. So it must have been bad. So I understand Marisol being frazzled and it's like, I can't do that again in a whole different city and on a plane.
Yeah. And get kicked, and have no way home.
And then get kicked off. And now that I know that it was just a day, I also understand why it's like, the fact that Stephanie was threatening to kick people off and they were going to be there for such a short amount of time is wild to me. Wild.
She's nuts.
Nuts.
She's nuts.
But
also,
entertaining
again,
nuts.
But entertaining, agree with you, but I'm also just like, I hope she watches this and is just like, oh, that's why I don't have friends.
No. The delusion is real. I mean, look at what she was doing in this episode where she's like, this is why I can't get along with my sisters. And it's like, no, you are not taking any accountability. Exactly. Like, no, that I do not think. It'd be nice if she sat back and watched it. If she does, it's because she's concerned about the way people are talking about her. Because I think people like her as a housewife and find her entertaining. I don't know if people are thrilled with her as a personality.
She did post this week that she went to a drag show and was just like, I'm fun, see?
But see, if you have to do that, It's like Janet.
I'm just telling you.
Guys, I'm so fun. I'm so fun. No, it just comes from, it's like when Dorinda's like, money talks and wealth whispers. If you have money, you don't need to talk about it. If you're fun, if you're funny, you don't need to tell everybody how fun and funny you are. You just are. You just be. There was one other thing I was going to talk about. Maybe that was it. I'm trying to think of anything. Lisa announces that she's getting divorced. And all the years that we've been dealing with this, and as crazy as this divorce was, it seems so uneventful that when she announced it, and that just shows you how much there's so much going on in this group that this woman just announced that she is officially divorced from the monster that is Lenny. And they're dealing with their own monsters in this group and can't even it's almost as if Lisa's thing isn't even a big deal. Larsa won't toast. Larsa's like, oh, she'll just be talking about Lenny again. Like, what's the point? I'm like, damn, that's cold-hearted. That was your friend at one time, and you know probably more than any of the women in this group what Lisa went through. And the fact that you just can't clink your glass to the fact that that chapter's done, it's a different level of bitchiness.
Petty. I think that I think it's a mixture of they all have their own stuff. Everyone's mad at everyone. But even though there was like that moment where they're all dancing in the plaza, and I was just like, look at them getting along. But also I think they're just tired of Lisa. It seems like everyone's tired of Lisa.
They're tired of Lisa. They're tired of Stephanie. They're tired of Larsa's pettiness.
By the way, if we're going to call Julia pick me, then Larsa was a pick me because she was like, guys, it's kind of like a lose-lose for her, blah, 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 blah. If you're not going to appreciate it, I'm like, girl, you literally just want access to the jet.
Yes, and I love that Lisa's like, I've never seen her like this. When they're up on the roof and they're talking about that, they're like, we've never seen Larsa like this. And it's like, yes, it's very evident what Larsa is doing.
Yeah.
But they ended separately. They ended hugging each other. So I was like, oh, is this the line drawn in the sand? Are we gearing up for something crazy to happen next episode? And then they showed the preview for next episode. And I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like there are any kind of fireworks. Hopefully they're just not showing it to us.
But, we have some filler episodes. I in Miami like the filler episodes because I find these women funny. So, I don't mind it. There's been something every fucking episod.
Every episode.
I'm fine with there being a filler
episode. You need a palate
if it even
cleanser.
Is that. We don't even know if that's what it's going to be, but I'm fine if it is. One last thing. I really believe that Adriana meant wretched.
Oh, I do too.
She was like, all night, I was like, what did I even say that was that bad?
I believe
with
it
her
too.
accent, I really do think she meant wretched. I thought that last week when we talked about it, but because then I was like, obviously she's had so much time to think about it and blah, blah, blah. But then seeing her this week be like this was the next day. And she was just like, I'm so confused. Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It's a weird choice of word, but it still makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, we all thought she said ratchet. So the reaction to me made sense as well.
Yes.
But I'm glad that they could rise above it because as she was like, I love Kiki. And I and it would be weird for her to say, it would be weird for Adriana to know the term ratchet.
Yeah. Or even use it that way. That's why when she used it, it felt like everyone was like, what?
I want the Gertie sound in every podcast. One last thing we get classic Adriana. She pops up in every episode when everybody's celebrating the fact that they're in Marabella and she's asking these.
I literally thought of you when this happened.
She's asking her close friends who we've seen through picture evidence that they have been involved in her and Martina in their children's life for a long time. Quite naturally, they would be the godparents. And then for Adriana to make it about herself, it was very much so giving. I had a billionaire too, but he died.
She was like, am I happy for Martina? And her boys to have godparents who have a mansion in Marbella. Yes, but I am sitting here thinking I was never asked.
You know, your impression's so good. You know what's funny? I know that thought did not pop in her head. I know a producer sat there and said, you and Julia are close. Did you ever think that maybe you could be the godmother or the godparent? And then she's like, I guarantee you that is exactly what happened. She's like, now that you say it that way,
it's just so funny. She's so
It was funny.
I think I laugh the most with Miami. I mean, Salt Lake is pretty close. Salt Lake and Miami, I laugh more than anything else. And I know you do the news on Tuesday, but I'm assuming you saw the previews for Potomac.
I saw Ashley post it because I follow her, and then I was like, I'm going to watch it. Oh, no, what am I saying? I watched the whole thing. Giselle writing the letter.
Dear Karen.
Narrating it.
That's how it starts.
It looks good. Stacey's going to be a big part. Stacey is going to be in the chair next to Andy. From what I'm seeing, between the dipping back to the ex, it seems like she admits she lied about something. She's getting into it with everybody. Stacey's getting first chair. It looks good. We got a new face, two new faces.
We get Monique and 2 new faces, right?
Yeah, it seems like Monique only comes for an episode. It doesn't seem like Monique's, because look at the way they set it up. They're like, oh, Stacey, they tease. If you guys haven't watched it,
I know.
Stacey allegedly is trying to get at Chris Samuels. And they try to make it seem like he's into Giselle.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And I'm like, what? No, he was saying hello. It was it was like, guys.
But also, Marisol, why did you say yes to being filmed?
Mauricio loves it. I wonder what it was. I wonder what they were doing that made him say yes to that. I don't know, but Potomac, it's coming out in October, so that means we're getting Salt Lake in September, Potomac. We need more. Like, I guess because Jersey's gone. We need
yeah, but doesn't
something.
Like Southern
we had
Charm
New York last year.
Yeah, we're missing New Jersey and New York. Which
we're
is
missing
making
2.
it a little bit of a lull.
Yeah. Because we're going to be done with OC here in a second.
Southern Charm
or Miami.
Southern Charm comes before Summer House. So I think Southern Charm probably starts in like November. Because usually Summer House and Southern Charm overlap in January.
We're getting 1 show a month. I'm not, 1 new show is dropping a month.
Yeah.
This is not okay. Always remember, we used to have to split this show up. We had so much content.
Yeah. It's not the case at the
how
moment.
I long for the days where our cup runneth over.
Right
our cup runneth over. We had Ultimate Girls Trip too. Shit, we had so much stuff.
I am 5 or 6 episodes into Gilded Age.
And tell me, do you like it?
I do like it. I did not know that the Russells in the show are the Vanderbilts. Did you?
Are you watching or listening to the podcast?
No. Julia is like hardcore Gilded Age. I didn't know that.
Okay. I didn't either.
We talked about it a little bit on Bachelor Party because I was like, I am watching that. And she was like, I was like, oh my God. I did not know you were so
I have to tell her I'm
Gilded
watching
Age.
Gilded Age. It's the Real Housewives of Gilded Age. And the more you watch it, you're going to notice it is Real Housewives. That's why I was like, guys.
She said that like historically though, like things that happen, like they did so much research on the show. And then she told me to read Anderson Cooper's book. Because he's
I forget he's a Vanderbilt.
I didn't know that.
It makes sense. His mom. It makes sense that it's them. I thought he was a combination of people. Like Peggy is a combination of Black historical figures, Black women. Peggy Scott. But some of it is real. Like as you're watching, you're going to take out your phone and you're going to be like, did that really happen? Did this really happen? So that's like what's really cool about it too, the way they mix the history.
Wait, where are
it.
you?
I'm done. I'm done.
What?
I'm done.
Rachel.
Well, there's nothing to watch on Bravo. There's only 8 episodes. There's only 3 seasons, 8 episodes.
I can't believe that you watched 24 episodes.
In 3 weeks. I started 3 weeks ago. I finished this week.
That's impressive. But You're also like not
You
watching.
also watch Love Island. That's literally Love Island. 1 hour, an episode
No, it
a
has
day.
not been 24 days. It has not been 24 days since you started.
No,
I
I
remember when you said I'm one episode in.
I probably finished it in about a little over 2 weeks.
Okay.
Definitely 2 weeks.
And
Regardless,
there was days where you didn't watch it at all.
You are absolutely right. But then like I got so like by the time I got to the 3rd season, you know how like it is when you start binging, you wake up thinking about these people.
Oh,
they are your friends. They are
100%.
your family. I'm like,
is the 3rd season over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what is Bertha gonna do today? How is she gonna get out of this? How is what's her name? Oh wait, I can't say that. You're gonna know too much. But I'm like, how is this person doing? How's this? I almost said something. So it's like, and even to the last episode, it ends so good. So now I get a little down.
They haven't greenlit 4th season, right?
No, they have.
Oh, they have.
I was told.
Okay.
I was told they had. I did not research that. I was just told that they had.
Okay.
But you get a little down when you finish because you're like,
I know. Now what?
It's like I can't call my friend today because I can't press play. That's what it feels like.
Also, since we're watching late, it's like, who do I talk to about this?
Yeah.
You know?
Guys, I know that is not a part of Real Housewives, but I'm telling you, the Real
since we have this
Housewives
lull,
of Gilded Age
since
is
we have this
that.
lull,
Watch it.
Watch that and watch Big Brother because it's so good.
Nah,
so
you
good.
Lost me. You lost me there.
So good. I'm really excited.
But I do need a new show recommendation, but it can't be reality TV show. I just can't. I can't do that. But guys,
have you watched Better Call Saul?
Okay, we'll talk about this off mic. I started it. I lost my way in it, but I've watched it. Okay. That is it for us here on Morally Corrupt. We took a little turn, but that's because it's like the dog days of Bravo. And we know as Bravo fans, we have an insatiable appetite when it comes to the content that they give us. And we're starving. So if you too need a little bit more, we suggest The Gilded Age and Callie says Big Brother. So, all right, you guys, that is it for us on Morally Corrupt. Have a beautiful holiday weekend. Stay safe. Have so much fun. We won't have an episode on Tuesday because it is a holiday, but make sure you join us next Friday where we will be recapping our favorite shows. Until then, guys, bye.
Bye.